Most of the times we have very complex systems, and what we do is we obtain model for each subsystem, and then for the purpose of analysis what we want is a single transfer function which describes the overall system. So in today's lecture we shall learn some techniques to obtain a single transfer function for a system which has multiple subsystems. So we start with some basic things. So if you have systems which are connected in cascade, that is you have one system G1 of S with input U1 and output Y1, and there is another system which is connected in cascade with it. So if you have connected system in cascade, then this system is equivalent to this system. That is, we simply multiply the transfer functions to obtain a single transfer function. That is quite intuitive. That is, for example, the output Y1 for this system is G1 into U. What is this output Y2? Output Y2 is G2 multiplied by Y1, which is equal to G2 multiplied by G1 into U, and the output Y is G3 multiplied by Y2, which is G3 G2 G1 U, and that is what we obtain from single block diagram. The order of multiplication, since we shall be dealing with single input single output systems, so these are scalar transfer functions, and order of multiplication will not be important. However, for those who shall be taking advanced courses, they shall be dealing with multi-input multi-output systems, and in that case these will be transfer function matrices, and over there the order of multiplication will also be important. But for our course, this order of multiplication does not make any difference. Similarly, if systems are connected in parallel, that is, if you have one transfer function G1 of S, the argument S I have omitted over here, that is understood, and you have another transfer function G2 of S, and the same input is fed to the two transfer functions. Here this means this signal and these signals are added up to get this signal, right? So this system is equivalent to, right? That is quite intuitive. This signal is G1 multiplied by U. This signal is G2 multiplied by U. So Y is equal to G1 U plus G2 U, which is the same as G1 plus G2 multiplied by U. Third is the feedback connection, and in many control systems you have feedback connections. That is, you have a transfer function G1, and the output of this system is fed back. That is, the output of this system is compared with the reference input. Here is minus sign, and let's name it as H of S. So what will be the overall transfer function? That is transfer function of this block. So what is overall transfer function? How we can obtain that? For that purpose, we just define this signal as error signal. So E of S, this signal, the difference between this signal and this signal that is named as E of S. And you can see that E of S, U of S minus H of S into Y of S, right? Y of S itself, you can see that that is equal to G1 of S, or simply we have only single G, so G of S into E of S. That is, this E of S is equal to U of S minus H of S into G of S into E of S. That is, we have substituted this Y of S into this expression to get this one. What we want to do is, we want to obtain a relation between this output and this input. For that purpose, what we do is, we bring this term to the left hand side and then take E of S common. So 1 plus H of S into G of S multiplied by E of S, that is equal to U of S. And from this equation, Y of S is equal to G of S into E of S, so that is equal to G of S into U of S over 1 plus G of S into H of S. That is, we have substituted this expression of E of S over here. And finally, we get, that is, this block diagram, this system which is composed of subsystems is equivalent to this system. Clear?
Yes.
This feedback is called negative feedback. You may have positive feedback. Generally in control systems you always have negative feedback, but if you have positive feedback, the only difference will be here negative sign over here, right? Some additional tips. If you have negative sign, if there is no sign over here, it means it is positive. Otherwise we write positive over here. C of S. This output is C of S. So this block diagram is equivalent to this system. G of S. That is, this signal is equal to R of S minus X of S into G of S, which is the same as R of S into G of S minus X of S into G of S. Furthermore, if you have this system, 1 over G of S. And similarly, do not confuse it with the nodes in the electrical circuit where current splits into multiple paths. Here, whatever is the signal over here, the same is over here, right? So this is equivalent to. So these are the things which you already know, and we can utilize these techniques to obtain a single transfer function for a system which is composed of multiple subsystems. Any question up to this point? Let's apply it to obtain a transfer function for a system which is composed of many subsystems. So we have a system which is composed of many subsystems, and we have obtained model for each subsystem, and now we are interested in obtaining a single transfer function between this output signal and input signal. What we can do is, we can see that these two are connected in cascade, so we can replace the two transfer functions by a single transfer function which is the product of two transfer functions. That is, inside this block we can write G2 multiplied by G3. G2 multiplied by G3. The argument is S which is omitted nitrogen over here. Then what? Here we have a feedback connection, so we can remove this part. If we bring it over here, it doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference because the signal which was coming over here previously, it is the same. So we can replace this block by a single transfer function. What should be that transfer function? G2, G3 divided by 1. Here is minus, so here should be plus G2, G3 into H1. So here we replace it. Here is again a feedback connection. So we replace it. And what will be the transfer function that should appear in this side, in this block? This divided by 1 plus minus, right? This whole transfer function into G2, G3, H2, right? Forward transfer function, this is forward transfer function divided by 1 minus forward transfer function into the transfer function which is in the feedback path. And this is equal to, if I multiply this with the over here as well, it is cancelled out with this one. Let's give it some name so that it is easier to write. So we call it T of S. Here is T2 of S. Again, another feedback connection. So we can replace this by this system. This transfer function, which is this transfer function, right? I just write it over here. This is T2 forward transfer function divided by G 1 plus forward transfer function plus, because here is negative feedback, which is equal to G2, G3, and if I take this term common from both the expressions, numerator and denominator, so 1 plus, so this is T3 of S. And what is the final transfer function? This is T4 of S, which is simply product of T3 and G1, and that is G1, G2, G3 divided by this. So this is the overall transfer function for a complex system that we had in the figure. Clear? Let's take one more example to illustrate the concept, and basically you have to do it. Obtain an equivalent transfer function for this system. चलें जी बातें खत्म कर लें और जरा इसके लिए करें वर्कआउट. So problem is over here कि ये लूप कहाँ से स्टार्ट करें. अगर इसको हम खत्म करते हैं तो ये वाला पॉइंट हमारे पास लूज हो जाता है. तो what we can do is we can bring this point over here. Then what we have to do? If we bring this point over here, then we have to multiply it by 3, right? नहीं ये सिग्नल यहाँ पे कौन सा सिग्नल आ रहा है? इस सिग्नल को मैं कोई फॉर एग्जांपल इसको नाम दे देता हूँ S1 का. तो ये जो सिग्नल आ रहा है वो क्या है? G3 into S1. तो यहाँ पे जो सिग्नल आना चाहिए that must be G3 into S1, and here it should be G3 H2 into S1, right? So what we do is we bring this point over here, or what we can do is we can proceed in another way as well. We can even bring this point over here, right? If we bring this point over here, then what we have to do? If we bring it over here, then we have to divide it by G3, right? So now things are easy. We have series or cascade combination. So equivalent transfer function is G2 multiplied by G3. Here we have feedback combination, and for feedback combination this block will be replaced by the forward transfer function divided by, since it is negative feedback, 1 plus forward transfer function in the transfer function in the feedback path. So we replace this block, this thing, with this transfer function. Rest is simple. Simply you replace this block and this block by their product. These become again feedback combination. You replace this feedback combination by a single transfer function. You have another feedback, and that is simple, and you can do that